Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel to your taste. Happy Easter. So y'all, I'm going to show you how I make a delicious, flavorful, tender leg of lamb. And actually I wanted to post this video before Easter so that y'all can have it. But I had to go to several stores looking for a leg of lamb. And so I finally found one at Albertsons. It was only 3 left. I took one of them. So I have a 5-pound leg of lamb that I made sure and blot out the liquid from it. You want it completely dry before you add on your seasonings. I have some 2 large onions that I cut, and I just season it with some black pepper, salt, and garlic and onion blend. I have some garlic that I'm going to put down on the bottom of my skillet for the leg of lamb. And then I have some garlic that I'm going to punch some rooms. I'm sorry. And I have some garlic where I'm going to stick inside of the lamb. And then I have rosemary and sage on this draining. And then the only seasonings I'm using is black pepper, garlic and onion blend, and the fine pink salt. All right, so I'm just gonna grab a knife and then we'll get started. And before I forget, y'all, before I get my knife, you need some oil too as well. I have my knife here, and what we're gonna do is cut some slits into the meat, and we're gonna stick some garlic in there and some rosemary. I'm gonna tell y'all, so I was at, like I said, I got this from Albertsons, but Sam's Club does have leg of lamb, and I was gonna go drive to Sam's and didn't, but it was raining, so it's too far to drive in the rain. All right, so we got the slits in here. Now I'm gonna get our garlic. I'm just gonna stick it in the slits that we did, like so. And these may be a little bit too big, so I may just have to cut some up to stick them in there. All right, so we got the garlic in here, as you can see. Now I have the slits that are still open. I'm gonna put in my rosemary. You can just, and then even the ones where they have garlic in it, you can stick it in there if it were fit. It's like that one, it sticks in there. And if it pokes out a little bit, that's just okay. It'd be fine. Put some sage in this one. And I got this from the garden, so I just rinsed it off a little bit because it's been really windy. That's not gonna fit. I don't know why I'm trying that. Should have cut that a little bit bigger. There it goes. I'm just gonna mix that with a little bit of that rosemary here. So I'm just going to put my sage and my rosemary in the slits that I did, and then we will add our oil to it, and then we're going to season this up. I have my leg of lamb on nice and stuffed, and I have an extra onion just in case. I just want to make sure I want to cover the bottom of my skillet with that onion. And then the rest of the rosemary and sage that I have left over is going to go on the bottom with the onions as well. So we're going to get our oil, I'm using avocado oil, and we're just going to pour that over this and then rub it in. And nice and coated. And some of my garlic's trying to pop open or pop out. Okay. And then we're just going to turn it over. I'm going to move this. Then we're going to add oil to the side as well. And this is boneless lamb, leg of lamb that I'm using. So put some right here. In here too. So you want to make sure you get it nice and coated with the oil and nice and seasoned. That way it'll be seasoned throughout the lamb. And as you're preparing your lamb, you want to make sure that you have your oven preheating to 425 degrees. We're just going to do that to get your lamb nice and brown. And then we're going to after 20 minutes, about 15 to 20 minutes, we're going to move it to 350 and we're going to cook it until it is done. So about 2 or 3 hours. It depends. So I'm just cutting this over on the sides. I'm making a mess, but you know what? It's okay. All right. So we got that with that. That is the garlic blend, garlic and onion blend. We got our pepper. And now our salt. So when I got the lamb, it was wrapped in of course, the plastic, and it had like some type of ribbon around it. You could cut that off. You don't have to leave that on. I cut it off because I want this to be seasoned everywhere. All right. So I'm gonna grab my skillet, put my onions in there with my garlic, and then we're gonna put that down and season the top of the lamb. Okay, so I am making my lamb. I'm gonna bake it in my brazier. So I'm gonna get my onions here. And we're just going to put that down on the bottom. And some of that oil that I put in there. So that is, I put a little bit of avocado oil. Right. Okay, so I put a little bit of avocado oil on that, and then I season my onions. Alright, so I got that. Now we're going to put down the leftover garlic that we had. And then we're going to put our lamb on top of that, like so. And now we're going to season the top. So we're just going to add some sprigs around here on the bottom of it, like so. Okay. Now we can season it. All our seasonings on here. Our salt. And y'all forgot, I'm going to put a little bit of paprika on the top of it, just for the color of it. I had to get that. All right. And then, oops. And then our onion and garlic blend. Put that on there. All right, let me get my paprika. All right, so I have my smoked paprika. I'm just going to put that on the top. And that's just to help with the color. All right, so now I'm going to stick this in my oven that's set at 425 for about 15 to 20 minutes. And then after that, we will cover this up with parchment paper and then put the lid on it and let it cook at 350 degrees. I'm going to give you a close-up of how that looks. Look at that. All right, so I'll see y'all here in about 20 minutes. All right, everyone. Okay, everyone. So the whole reason why I use this skillet is because it's a brazier, and I thought my top was going to fit on top of it, but it is not. It does not fit. So I'm just going to wrap this up in parchment paper and put foil over it. But this is what I mean. This is why I put it at 425 in the beginning, because you get that nice brown color. So I'm going to add the parchment paper to it and the foil, and then I went ahead and turned down my oven to 350 degrees. So let's get that out of the way and stick it back in the oven. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of crinkle this up a little bit. And I'm just going to put this around here. Tuck it around like so. Don't burn your hand like I just did. Okay. All right, and let's let it fall down. We're gonna cover it like that, and we got our foil here. Oh, I'm gonna do it this way first. I'm gonna do it lengthwise and across like that. And put this foil back up. All right, so I'm just gonna wrap this around my skillet. All right, so I have my foil on my skillet, and so I just realized that I can't put my top down on here, so I kept it on here. It's not all the way sealed down, but that's okay. As long as I could get it to have my the leg of lamb nice and covered so that it would be nice and tender. So my oven's already set at 350. I'm gonna put this in there for about, I'm gonna say about 3 hours, and I'll be back. All right, y'all, so I just took this out of the oven, and it took a total of 3 hours for it to be done. So we're gonna remove our top and our foil. Look at that. And then our parchment paper here without getting any of that liquid on my hands. Oh, that's not too hot. Just don't want that liquid to get on me. And we're just gonna have to put this back here behind it. All right, and I'm gonna give y'all a close-up look of this leg of lamb. All right, and that's how it look. Look at that. Y'all see that? So this is done. The fork's going in there really easily. Once you take the lamb out of the oven, you're gonna let it sit for about 15 to 20 minutes before you want to cut it. All right, so I'm gonna wait 20 minutes, and then we'll cut this up and end the video. All right, everyone, so it's been 20 minutes, and we're gonna cut this up. It's still really hot. Got this foil up. Okay, so I have my spoon here already. And I'm just gonna see all that juice from the leg of lamb. Make it look so pretty. Look at that. Oh, that's all right. So I'm gonna cut the end part of it, and we're gonna see how this goes. So I'm just gonna, oops, and you see it's actually falling apart when you cut it. But I'm just gonna cut this little piece here and see if I can get it out without making a mess. Oops. Okay. Well. All right. So I just cut a little piece. Put a little bit of this on there. And I know that's not really a, look at that. All right, and I got my little big old fork here. We're gonna get some of this out and taste it. And you can leave that garlic in there, but don't forget, and you can leave the sage and the rosemary leaves in there as well. Okay, so we're gonna try this and see. Look at that bite. Oh my God, guys, it's like butter. It is so, it melts in your mouth. It is so tender. And it's so good. Let me tell y'all, it's tender, it's flavorful, it's juicy. And also, the leg of lamb, with it being Easter, a lot of the stores are going to have the leg of lamb on sale. And most stores do not carry it into the holidays. So if you're able to find you one, get one and try this recipe out. I promise you, you would not regret it, and your family would absolutely love it. All right, so That's it for now. This beautiful, delicious, juicy leg of lamb. I hope you had an amazing Easter, enjoying time with your family, and I do hope you have an amazing week ahead. So make sure you like this video, share this video, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. Have an amazing week. God bless and be safe. Bye.